2 at 6, working for you.
The chaplain will offer a prayer.
The Senate rests in their effort to impeach the president. Now it's up to President Clinton's defense team. Good evening, I'm Chris Garrett. Jennifer Mitchell has the night off. This is the third and last day for prosecutors opening statements in President Clinton's Senate impeachment trial, and that's tonight's top story. White House lawyers will begin presenting their defense Tuesday. House Republican managers are trying to convince senators the offenses President Clinton committed are so serious he should be removed from office. South Carolina Congressman Lindsey Graham argues the president has committed impeachable high crimes.
Human failings exist in all of us. Only when it gets to be so premeditated, so calculated, so much my interest over anybody else, or the public be damned, should you really start getting serious about what to do. That happened in August, in my opinion, ladies and gentlemen. After being begged not to lie to a grand jury, and in this matter, he chose to lie.
The Senate is in recess until Tuesday. That's when President Clinton's defense is scheduled to begin. It's also the same day President Clinton is scheduled for his State of the Union speech. The head of the Guilford County school system may leave us to take a superintendent post in Texas. Dr. Jerry Wiest is one of 5 candidates for the Dallas school superintendent position. The Dallas Morning News reports Wiest interviewed for the job this week. Dallas school system trustees will narrow their list to 3 next week after the candidates respond to more questions. Dr. Wiest was hired to lead the recently formed Guilford school system in 1993. The dog called a hero after helping a Piedmont woman who fell down a well is still biding his time at the Guilford County Animal Shelter. Yesterday, a woman came forward wanting to adopt Buddy, but now shelter workers must decide if Leanne Golden will be able to handle Buddy's aggression. Members of the United Animal Coalition will visit Golden's home in the next 2 days to see if it's the right place for Buddy. Then the full board will vote whether to allow the adoption on Monday. Unfortunately, Buddy is just one of many homeless animals. There are plenty of others up for adoption at the Guilford County Animal Shelter. It's open from noon to 6 Monday through Saturday. A hepatitis alert goes out at one North Carolina restaurant. A restaurant worker at Bud & Ebb's Grill in Chapel Hill tested positive for the hepatitis A virus yesterday. And if you ate at Bud & Ebb's Grill between January 1st and the 12th, you could be at risk. The Orange County Health Department is offering free immunizations this weekend. The shots protect against infection if given within 2 weeks of exposure. The American Red Cross is once again asking for your help no matter what blood type you have. They're asking people to come out and give the gift of life. O negative and O positive blood is at a critical level. If you'd like to make an appointment to donate blood, call 1-800-GIVE-LIFE. They'll get you in touch with a Red Cross office near you. Still ahead on News 2 at 6, wintry weather is causing problems up north, but it's not just on the roads. We'll have the story. And it's a competition anyone would want to be a part of. We'll tempt your taste buds a little later.
Now here's an exciting moment right here.
Hi, folks. Pleasant good evening to you. A beautiful day over the area today. We're sitting at 53 degrees with clear skies at the present time. Light southwesterly winds. Those were pretty breezy today with gusts to over 20 miles per hour. Let's go on to the almanac and check out the facts and figures for the day. Temperature's comfortable. Normal high should be about 46. We were 11 degrees above that here and also out at the airport where highs respectively 57 degrees. Lows this morning, 31 here, 27 degrees out at the airport. The word from our weather spotter in Colfax, Tom Harper, had a pleasant high of 56 today after a chilly morning low of 28 degrees. Skies today saw ample sunshine, and as we look out over the skies now, mostly clear conditions. There's a dying cold front across the Ohio Valley that won't be bothering us. But note these clouds out over portions of the Midwest and Plains. That's the next weather system that's approaching us, and clouds from this system here will be gathering tomorrow afternoon. So we'll start off sunny, but those clouds will increase over the region for tomorrow afternoon, and the potential for some rain developing here tomorrow night and into early Monday. But this system will race eastward, so it will not be putting any big prolonged periods of unsettled weather in our neighborhood. As we take a look at the precipitation back here, we can see showers, and some of this is snow across the higher terrain, we might add. But this precipitation shield will continue to shift eastward, and as the south to southwest wind flow from out ahead of that frontal system gets over the Gulf of Mexico, we will see a little more moisture fed into this system. So we do have a pretty decent potential for some showers tomorrow night and, as we said, into early Monday before the system rapidly pushes off to the east of us. Now, tomorrow's highs look like they'll be pretty comfortable again. Close to 60 degrees over a good portion of our local viewing area. And the trend with this particular pattern is such that the jet stream will be riding in a zonal flow much of next week. That means instead of coming down out of Canada, the air mass is essentially coming in out of the Pacific, so nothing too cold with a flow like that. We will be running above normal as far as our temperature pattern goes through what looks to be, at this point in time, most of next week. Let's go ahead and take a look at our forecast now. For tonight, clear skies. Our low temperature will be around 35 degrees with light southwesterly winds. Tomorrow, sunshine with increasing clouds during the afternoon. Will be up around 60 degrees. For tomorrow night, cloudy with showers developing. It'll be mild and breezy, 45 to 50. Monday, the showers will be around, we think, early, then clearing skies and a brisk wind around. Temperatures for highs in the middle 50s. Now let's look at the 7-day forecast. And as noted, nothing too cool there for us. In fact, highs will be in the upper 50s, perhaps even 60 degrees for the middle portion of the week. After the chance of rain that we have tomorrow night and early Monday, we may get another chance late in this upcoming week. So a mild week for us as our January thaw continues.
Yeah, it sounds like we have great weather here, but up north, not too good.
Yeah, they had a lot to deal with yesterday, a combination of ice, snow, sleet, and rain.
Yeah, we got a story about that right now. Snowy weather is causing problems not just on the roads, but on the buildings as well. The ceiling of an underground parking garage collapsed in lower Manhattan last night. No one was hurt, but about 50 cars were crushed when a plaza behind a building fell down into the garage below. Now, many areas up north are digging out today after winter storms dumped a mix of snow, sleet, and rain over the past 2 days. Roofs in particular are starting to feel the strain of the snow and ice. Crews are cleaning up in Pennsylvania after a roof collapsed. The lumber plant damaged wires and then sparked a massive fire. Luckily, no one was hurt. Time now to turn to sports, and looks like Duke is continuing to run roughshod over the ACC.
I'll tell you what, hard to imagine anybody beating them, especially right now after the way they play this afternoon. Again, another ACC game for Duke, and the second-ranked Duke Blue Devils with no problems again. This time, Florida State comes into Cameron Indoor, and the Duke Blue Devils are off and running like they always are. William Avery, the point guard, is running the show for Duke very, very well. 21 points on the day, 4 of 6 from beyond the arc for Avery, but you know who really can fire? Trajan Langdon. Got to get out on him. Langdon drops it as well. He had 19. 4 of 9 from beyond the arc for Langdon. Avery then is going to pump it inside to that man, the E-man, Elton Brand. 27 points, 11 rebounds. Duke up 45-30 at the break. They cruise on from there. The Noles are never in this one. Devils too much, 98-73. Big win on the scoreboard, but the Devils in the locker room afterward didn't feel like they played all that well.
We probably won by 30 today, but it didn't look good. You know, we were just looking to score. You know, really our defense wasn't there. You know, we just, hey, let's wait till we get on the offensive end. And, you know, we weren't like that before this week. We were, hey, let's shut them down defense and let our offense come. And we're not doing that right now.
Well, Wake Forest heads to Atlanta as a confident ball club today. The Deacs looking for another road win, this time against Georgia Tech. And, well, Tech really plays well in the first half. Off the errant shot, Alvin Jones, the big man, working hard down low for the power dunk. The Yellow Jackets take the big lead early. Wake would have been blown out in the first half if it weren't for the freshman Craig Dawson coming off the bench and stroking home the pretty J. He had 10 points in the first half. Deacons down by double digits. Second half, they make a great run. With that man, Robert O'Kelly, you know he's going to drain him at some point. He does. Brings Wake Forest back to within 5, but Jason Floyd and company able to put away Wake Forest down the stretch. Tech with a big win over Wake Forest, 74-61 is your final. A MEAC showdown in the Corbett Center this afternoon. North Carolina A&T hosting Howard. The Aggies coming off a disappointing week in which they suffered 2 road losses, so they come home, and that's just what they need. Mr. Robinson working hard under the glass as A&T builds the double-digit advantage. They go to Maurice Chambers as well. Bucket and the foul. A&T just what they needed to come home. Roy Thomas likes the way his club plays. Jonathan Richmond with the 3, and A&T gets the big win over the Bison. A&T now 4-4 in conference play, 73-57 this afternoon. Well, on taps tonight doesn't get much better than NC State and North Carolina. The Pack coming off a win over Virginia. Carolina comes to Reynolds after a home loss to Maryland, and coming to Reynolds, that's the story. The last time North Carolina and North Carolina State will play in Reynolds. Ademola Okalaja, do you like playing there?
State people come straight, I mean, they come right in your face and make you very uncomfortable and provoke you with everything that's in a dictionary or not even a dictionary. I mean, they throw everything at you and make you very uncomfortable.
Hills and Pack tonight at 9:30 in Raleigh. Well, the Winston Cup season is officially here. We will tell you why after the break, but first, a few scores on a Saturday afternoon.
You know, it's only once a year that the Men's Warehouse has a sale. But if it's a sale as big as this one, well, once is enough.
It takes a Men's Warehouse sale to beat a Men's Warehouse price.
You're gonna like the way you look. I guarantee you.
It's tax time. And if you're a Rapid Refund customer, it's a good time. Rapid Refund electronic filing from H&R Block. There have been over 800 tax law changes. Why try to keep up with them yourself?
Jimmy, we can do your taxes for you. Who are you? Bill from H&R Block.
Thanks.
H&R Block. We know. Do you?
While many of us enjoy listening to TV programming in stereo and digital quality sound, there's some in the triad who can't. In fact, while you're listening to the sound of my voice, they're reading the text which appears at the bottom of their special TV screen. I'm Jim Belk with Bell South, and it's because of people with hearing disabilities that we're glad to partner with WFMY to provide closed caption services during their news broadcast. At Bell South, helping those less fortunate is a 100-year tradition.
You know, people are living longer these days, and as we grow older, our need for life insurance becomes greater. Well, if you're between 45 and 79, look for this package in your Sunday newspaper. It tells all about a remarkable life insurance plan that guarantees your premium will never go up, your protection will never go down, and your acceptance is guaranteed. It's in your Sunday newspaper, and it's from Physicians Life Insurance Company.
We're here when you need us. Physicians Life.
Winston Cup's finest take over the Piedmont today. The T. Wayne Robertson Winston Cup preview. This event always officially kicks off the season. Fans line up all morning to catch a glimpse, maybe get an autograph, even an auction. Get a hand in there for the great memorabilia. Plenty of drivers on hand today. And a great time for everyone to catch some autographs, getting signed everywhere. Darrell Waltrip there, Mark Martin, Jeff Gordon, Dale Jarrett, all the guys. And you see the cars as well. Kyle Petty, too, on hand signing some autographs. We'll hear from some of the drivers coming up tonight at 11. Another great event held in the Jewel Coliseum today. The Charlotte Hornets have their center for the '99 season, and it is not Vlade Divac, and it is not Matt Geiger. Late last night, the Hornets signed Derek Coleman. Yeah, Derek Coleman to a 5-year, $40 million deal is what it looks like. 5 years, $40 million. Coleman has played 5 seasons with the Nets, the past 3 seasons with the 76ers. We know about his temper, too. Sources also say that Matt Geiger is now headed to the 76ers, and the Hornets, in all likelihood, will not pursue free agent center Vlade Divac anymore. Hockey tonight in the Coliseum. The Canes host the Caps. Carolina coming off a great win over Florida, a win over a division foe in which they scored 2 points. Another chance tonight to get 2 points. And Canes in a tough home stretch here as they head into the All-Star break, so they know how important it is to close out with a couple of W's.
We've discussed it in meetings and practices, and we know how big this homestand is because most of February we're going to be on the road, and you know, we know before the break that we got 3 games left, and they're very important games for us.
7 o'clock tonight, and Canes playing some pretty good hockey. If they can go into the All-Star break hot, good sign for them.
And it's almost sold out,
Almost sold out, yeah, that's right.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
Well, it's almost time for dessert. If you're eating at home, we'll show you another way to enjoy those tasty Girl Scout cookies, Scott. There's News 2 at 6 continues. Yum, yum. Here's what we're working on for News 2 at 11. There are events around the Piedmont this weekend celebrating the life of civil rights leader Martin Luther King Jr. But one county doesn't observe the holiday. We'll have the details. And we'll show you what lengths teachers will go to motivate their students. It's something you'll have to see only on News 2 at 11. Now, it's about that time. Get ready to shell out at least a couple of dollars for a box of Thin Mints. It's Girl Scout cookie time. Girl Scouts will be out selling those delicious cookies. Now, in Gastonia, 10 restaurants had a dessert contest made with Girl Scout cookies. They took Thin Mints, tag-alongs, trefoils, and create pies, ice cream dishes, and even dessert pizzas. No word on who won, but I can guarantee they were all delicious. That's all for us. Thanks for joining us. Stay tuned for the CBS Evening News, and have a good evening.
News 2, working for you.